Hi, everybody. My name is Emily Smith-Kaufman, and I am a senior in the Commonwealth Honors College at UMass Amherst. My thesis is exploring dog ownership effects on physical activity and social emotional well-being of preschool-age children. Throughout this presentation, I'm going to go through an introduction, background information, research question, limitations of the study, my hypothesis, and the methodology, as well as next steps for my thesis. I'm a pre-veterinary science major and I'm attending veterinary school next year at either Cornell or Tufts University. I have yet to decide. I am very interested in how human-animal interaction can affect both parties' lives. I grew up as an only child, but had a dog, as you can see in that picture, and I truly believe that he shaped who I am today. Children are influenced by their environment, and the people or animals they spend their developmental years interacting with can greatly impact their disposition. So some background information on what my thesis is going to be looking at. I look at pro-social behavior, conduct, and peer problems in youth. And to define those, pro-social behavior is basically an umbrella term describing children's propensity to share, help, defend others, cooperate, and other similar behaviors. Conduct problems are defined by antisocial behavior, disregard of rules, and social standards. And peer problems are similar to conduct problems, and they can be marked by strained relationships, including bullying, rejection, and harassment. There are multiple negative long-term effects associated with peer and conduct problems, and there are also multiple positive effects linked with pro-social behavior. It is important to confront the factors that can influence these behaviors. If there are ways to decrease conduct and peer problems and increase pro-social behavior, these should definitely be explored. By addressing these behaviors and enhancing or reducing them, one could influence the potential positive or negative outcomes that they produce. The ability to learn social concepts through animals could possibly aid the child in pro-social behavior and learn how to better interact with peers and people in power. In one study, there is a much lower prevalence of above average scores of conduct problems as reported with the Strengths and Difficulties questionnaire in preschool age children. Also, children ages 6 to 7 who had a pet had decreased rates of scoring abnormally in peer problems on the same questionnaire. In another study, dog ownership correlated with less obesity and more physical activity in kids ages 4 to 10. So my research question is, how does child-dog interactions affect the maturing child? Some limitations of this study are the amount of research on preschool age children. There is limited data on the socio-emotional outcomes of children with dogs, specifically in relation to time spent actively with dogs and the child-dog bond. My hypothesis is that children who spend more time being physically active with their dog will have better pro-social behavior and lower rates of conduct and peer problems than children who spend less time being physically active with their dog. Onto the methodology of the study, we decided to collect data via a survey. So we programmed a survey through Qualtrics. And in this, we asked about participant demographics, how many children they had between the ages of 3 to 4 and 5 to 10. And we had the participants fill out the Strengths and Difficulties questionnaire that I answered earlier. And basically, this is a behavioral screening questionnaire that consists of 5 scales measuring emotional symptoms, conduct problems, hyperactivity, peer problems, and pro-social behavior. In the survey, we also asked the parents to fill out a physical activity log to see how much time the child spent physically active as well as physically active directly with their dog. So currently the survey is still live. We're trying to spread the survey more to get a larger sample size. And we're doing this by posting on Instagram and Facebook groups, just using various social media platforms, as well as reaching out to friends and family. to try to get them to fill out the survey. And we currently have 27 responses. And for the statistical analysis of the results that we get, correlation analysis will be used to determine whether children who are more active with their dog have fewer peer problems and conduct problems and higher instances of pro-social behavior. A linear regression will also be used to determine whether more time spent being active with the family dog predicts more pro-social behavior and less conduct and peer problems as well. So that's all we have for my thesis right now, and I'm super excited to be able to get more data and start analyzing it and to share my results with everybody.